room we have facing north.
In your letter, Mrs. Clatteram, you wrote that the room was furnished?
Oh, so it is. The bed has been removed temporarily while I have the mattress vetted. But I put this table here instead. Isn't it better suited for your purposes?
Oh, eminently. In my circle, tables work much better than chairs. Nevertheless, there must be sympathetic vibrations that only come from lives lived in close quarters, like furnished rooms.
In the 20 years that I have run this boarding house, I can assure you of the many lives that have lived here.
And died here? Oh, don't look so shocked. People must die somewhere, and if they are lucky, in their own beds, whether the mattress has been vetted or not.
I run a respectable house, Mrs. Guppy. There are no ghosts here. And may I inquire just what the purpose is for the card table is?
Oh, just cards, Mrs. Clatteram.
Right.
A few hands of cards and some gossip and perhaps some tea. You can provide the tea?
Well, of course. Oh, but all this talk of a room's vibrations makes me shiver.
Card players tend to be superstitious, Mrs. Clatteram, and so do most women. My circle happens to be both. We try our luck and trust our intuition, and so we are called superstitious.
Oh,
I rang the front bell twice. There was no answer.
See to your door, Mrs. Clatteram. We are expecting 3 others.
of your circle.
2 of our circle, yes. The 3rd, a man, is not.
Who is he this time, Agnes?
Rabbi Weiss, in mourning, poor man, over the death of his aged mother. Got the cards.
With a woman, it's always a dead husband. With a man, a dead mother. Living or dead, a woman doesn't stand a chance.
Queen of Spades is showing for me, and the Deuce of Hearts for you. I appear to have the better hand, Marjorie. The 8 of Diamonds. Not a very useful card. Gypsy fortune tellers consider it unlucky. They liken it to a broken mirror. Do you require another card? The Ace of Spades, another very lucky sign. Aces and 8s. You appear to have the making of a dead man's hand.
If this were poker, but as we're playing 21 and my down card is the Jack of Spades. Blackjack.
A Miss Willett and a Mrs. Farrell.
You've started off ready.
Oh, just a friendly game to bide the time. Pray be seated, ladies. We still must wait for one more.
Let's see what the cards have to say, shall we, dear?
Oh, yes, please. This week would have been our anniversary. If it is possible for him to contact me, it would be this week, I know.
King of Hearts.
Why, that's William Two of Whisker. Miss Willett, how wonderful you have made contact already.
Oh, and look, the Ace of Hearts.
He is sending me his love for our anniversary.
The 10 of Diamonds.
But what does that mean, Miss Willett?
Money, my love.
For me? Miss Willett, do you think? Who does William say should get some money?
The Queen of Clubs. That's a friend, Mrs. Verrill, a close friend.
Like you, Miss Willett?
I would take care, Miss Willett, how you cut the cards. There are reformers about. They mean to interfere with how we earn our bread.
Houdini, no doubt. I hear the great mystriarch skulks around in disguise and disrupts legitimate seance, hoping to prove the medium a fraud.
Yeah, I got a little something for the great Houdini, should our paths ever cross again. Deadly nightshade. Enough to stop even that cold, cynical heart.
Put it away, Marjorie dear. We are guided by the spirits. You know the circle rules.
First the cry,
To summon the dweller on the threshold.
The table knocks.
the candle flares.
And death opens the unseen door.
The magical circuit of sympathetic minds. So much safer than poisons.
Though not usually as effective or as fast.
Our little prayer circle worked just fine the last time. The girl died in this very room without a trace of evidence leading back to us. Not even her own mother knew.
Would not want you angry at me, Agnes.
That is why we get along so well, Marjorie.
Rabbi Weiss.
Rabbi Weiss, come in. Please take a seat at the head of our table.
I understand you can help me, madam.
Oh, we can but try. A magical circuit of sympathetic minds has been known to ripple beyond the rim of the waking world to reach those in the afterlife.
My beloved mother, how it pains me to speak of it, passed away while I was on a distant journey. By the time I returned, she was gone. If only I could speak with her once again, if only no more than to say goodbye.
Of course, Rabbi. That is why we are here to help. Marjorie, light the candle. Miss Willett, the lights, if you please. Now, everyone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out.
My son, my little boy. It's Mama calling. I'm coming, darling. We will be together soon, I promise. Cross my heart. Harry!
Light! Give me light! Madam, this is a fraud. My mother spoke Yiddish all her life, not English. And as she was Jewish, she never crossed her heart, and she never once called me Harry.
Is not your name Harry Houdini?
Harry Houdini is my stage name. Eric Weiss is my real name, and my mother called me Ari.
We meet again, Reb Ari.
Marjorie the Blonde Witch of Boston. Do you still perform seances in the nude?
Oh, you used that one on your last witch hunt. You need a new act.
See here, Houdini, what business of yours? What harm is psychic research to grieving minds?
What you call sympathy is mind control. Too often I have seen the weak mind collapse under your spell. Lonely women bilked out of fortunes. Young girls wasting away with thoughts of the dead. Those who look too much for death find it.
Poor Houdini, soon to die.
Soon to die. Soon to die.
Save your wind! I have heard of your prayer circles on either side of the Atlantic calling for my death. But you shall not frighten me with your witchery. I will not be feared of death. Artie, waste away like the others.
Your tea?
Leave the tea there, Mrs. Clattery.
Rabbi.
Come, Houdini. Drink your tea.
I shall pour my own tea. Was this where your last victim died? Will its sympathetic vibrations summon the dweller on the threshold?
You know the circle rules?
Each circle has its own rules, but the result is always the same. The killer is released!
Freak! Monster! Woman hater! Mama's boy.
Wandering to doom, never to be at home, never to be satisfied.
No matter. I have withstood psychic attacks before.
Is he dead?
Unfortunately not. Dramatic, but ineffectual as always. Here, help me tie him up.
Have I ever shown you my hat in here? You see where the point is black? Don't touch it, curare, instantly lethal. You see the Queen of Spades, that's you, and the Ace of Spades, the hat pin. William is calling. He waits on the other side. Release the killer and death will open the door. Drive the hat pin through Houdini's neck. The wound undetectable, the death instantaneous.
Quick, before he wakes! He's stirring.
You think mere scarves can bind the great Houdini? I can destroy you with my hands tied. How is Mr. Guppy these days? Or would you know, if Jack Guppy were still alive at all, it's because you have not found him yet, since he left you for another woman.
Poor Houdini, he must die.
Do you know, Marjorie, that every woman Guppy suspects comes to a bad end? A poor doll king had vitriol thrown in her face, and some girl slit her wrists in this very room.
Blood flooded the bed. The mattress had to be vetted.
Would you laugh, Guppy, to know that neither of these unfortunates was the woman who wronged you, and that she is now in this very room?
Agnes, you can't believe him. It's just another one of his mind tricks.
The Jack of Spades! The Two of Hearts!
You're not
The candle burns the dweller of the threshold
The killer must be released!
I heard the commotion. What killer?
There, that woman there, with the blood of many on her hands, including that girl who died in this very room.
My daughter!
Dead. The circle rules.